Share time. Hi everyone, welcome back to Via Oracle. It's the peak moment before the lunar eclipse in Pisces. It'll be the end of the Piscean Virgo nodes, and we'll be shifting into Leo Aquarius for the following eclipses. It's a huge transitional time. There's so much spiritual energy, but it's also, because it's a full moon, it's about the ending of spiritual practices that no longer serve you. And I'm getting a ton of downloads with mermaids, and there's a ton of fairies and aquatic, deep, oceanic energy with this eclipse. We have "You Are Unique, Be Brave, a Little Crazy, but Be Yourself." I feel like this has been coming up as a theme for people like me who are Christian and love God, but also practice, I want to say, maybe mindfulness or New Age practices. I set really strong boundaries on my channel. I'm only invoking Christ. I never invoke demonic entities or energies, and I don't do the occultist type thing. So if that's what you're into, this channel is probably not for you. But I will say that if you feel like you're on the fringes because you're different, don't compromise or sell yourself out to conform, because that's a huge trap that you can fall into with any kind of belief or practice or group, is sacrificing parts of yourself to fit into something. I'm going to pull some of my Light Seers Tarot on that. Okay, we have 3 cards coming out. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. It kind of looks reversed here. 8 of Cups, Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's like, so something happened with maybe a financial, I want to say like a financial opportunity, walking away from, actually like maybe walking away from a project or a business or a kind of financially led project that fell apart with these cards. And there's a lot of anxiety about it here, like a lot of devastation and grief with the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. Okay, interesting. So some of you might have gone in a direction where you didn't see it coming. This card just popped away. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, because you were involved with someone else in this project. Okay, I'm pulling from Urban Truth now. This feels like a broken relationship, a broken business, maybe. Ooh, okay. Well, these were reversed. Emotional detox, group chat energy, secure the bag, the universe pushes back. So reverse with emotional detox. It's like there was somebody really toxic and someone who I think you were in business with and maybe put a lot of money into, and it did not work out. And people were talking behind your back, or it was, you found out that they were talking about you, or that there was a lot of generation, a lot of discussion around this person. And secure the bag reverse. Yeah, like something major fell through with this reading. I'm getting somebody had an extreme crash and burn with an investment or a kind of risk that they took in their finances. The universe pushes back reversed, obstacles redirect you. Okay, and it's almost like with this card, God was sending you a bunch of messages that this would happen and you ignored them because you said, no, this person's trustworthy. I'm going to ignore my gut feelings. I'm going to go with this contract, this agreement. And you're now seeing that this agreement was false, that it was a lie, that this person was a pseudo, whatever they convinced you they were, like a crook. Criminal with these cards. Okay. Yikes. So we're just diving right into it. I'm going to pull from, actually, I'm going to pull from Shaman. Shaman Oracle, tell me about this. Oh, yeah. The Council and the Rainbow. So I feel like you had a lot of divine guidance. Maybe for this might be like the divine masculine that I'm reading for today. I never know until it drops in in the reading. Divine masculine, it seemed that you had counsel. And this could have been the divine feminine. This could have been your guides. This could have been family and friends that were true, that cared about you. And then the rainbow to me is you could not stop or slow down. You were maybe high on the oneness sauce, and you just felt like this was a risk that you were going to take, that you were going to get a major reward out of, because you were just really feeling yourself. I'm going to pull from Inner Temple. Ooh, okay. The unseen and destiny life versus the seen and the fated life. Okay, and then we have the feminine and simplicity. Yeah, so it's like you had a divine feminine in your corner show you and tell you that what you were doing was going to lead to your destruction. And she was keeping it simple and pure with the feminine and the simplicity card here. I'm feeling like this could be a soul union. It could be even a twin flame union, maybe something more tumultuous like that. But it's clear that she had the codes and she got the downloads, and she prophetically and with her oracle priestess abilities saw what was coming, and you were playing out something karmic with this business partner. Maybe you had a long-standing friendship, and so that clouded your judgment about this person because they were in your field before you knew better. You just had a nostalgic type of like Six of Cups appeal towards them, perhaps. I'm going to pull from Spill the Tea. Lots of revealing with this eclipse. I will say this is par for the course with this eclipse. And it's not surprising that things like betrayal have been a theme since the solar eclipse reading I did for the divine feminine. It seems like betrayal is coming forward, and finding out who's been stabbing you in the back is just all part of what's needing to be cleared out. Okay, we have machismo and snack. Whoa, okay. The blues, yeah. Masculine pride, toxic masculinity, meeting manly expectations. I feel like this is what the energy was putting you in, masculine. I'm getting that you wouldn't let your ego take a back seat, and suddenly it's run rampant and you're paying the price. Obsession, physical attraction, sex appeal. Okay. So maybe involving yourself with somebody who robbed you, a feminine who robbed you perhaps, but there was a feminine before this distorted karmic feminine that was warning you about this very thing that has played out. And now you have the blues. So heavy emotions, mental distress, scared. Okay. Yeah. Chismo, snack, the blues. Tell me more. I'm just getting that you feel like you made the wrong choice. Okay, yeah, because we have Queen of Cups. So this was the one that you wanted, masculine, the Queen of Cups. But now you're facing judgment. You're facing judgment from the Queen of Cups, and you're facing judgment from the Council. You're facing judgment from the feminine, and you're feeling you're you're feeling it pretty intensely. I would say that you weren't being authentic, and you were trying to stay in an energy of who you were before with the machismo card, like an overcompensation card that burnt you out, bit you in the butt. Maybe you went for like a hot young thing who stole all your money, or I don't know, like a feminine who was very shallow, who kind of used you, abused you, and left, is what I'm getting with these cards. Like you just wanted to feel, this might be like an older masculine, like you wanted to feel young and you wanted to feel hot. And so it kind of didn't go the way you wanted. And you're seeing very clearly from your divine feminine what happened here. Okay. And it's having consequences with this eclipse. You're reaping what you've sown with this eclipse. I'm going to pull from the soul cards. Whoa. Okay, lots of crazy energy. We have this, I don't know, face egg looking thing. And then we have what looks like somebody maybe sliding into like a tunnel, or the opposite, where they're falling into the sun. Interesting. It feels like with these cards, masculine, that you're being, this could be the eclipse, actually, this card right here. And then this card is going around the truth. It's like you're circling around something really obvious and trying to avoid it. There's like an avoiding energy with these cards. That's what it is. So, okay. I didn't expect to be doing kind of like a shadow work reading for the masculine today, but here we are. What's the avoidance about? Pull from my Kali Oracle. Matangi. Okay, yeah, the avoidance of the fact that you aren't for everybody, which plays into the unique card, because masculine, you're on the outskirts, you're on the fringes. Matangi is the one who is different, who doesn't fit in with everybody else, and who is for the artists, the outcasts, the quirky ones, the misfits, if you will. And so it feels like you've done everything to exhaust the alternative to embracing that about yourself by going in the direction of a complete asshole who got a taste of his own medicine. I'm just going to give it to you straight, masculine. It seems like you messed up, and you're hopefully going to learn your lesson this time. Yeah, because you need to listen to your intuition. And love. Let love guide you, because it seemed like this person that you went for before, it wasn't about love. It was about maybe lust. And there's a truth. Yeah, it's true. So, because what's true and what you know in your intuition is that you need to start being in union with your true kingdom spouse, soul union partner. You need to be aligned with the love of your life, and not with some I want to say like throwaway NPC character, somebody really boring, dull, flat, dumb as a doorknob. Okay. Yeah, we have the cougar. It's a cougar energy. I knew I was getting something about like the age gap here. Maybe you were with a feminine who was older than you, and you were the sugar baby. It's so interesting. But there is like a a feline, lyran type of prey predator chase thing going on with your romances. Like it's very tumultuous where you lock in on somebody that you want and you're chasing after them, and then it ends up being, I wouldn't say unsustainable or chaotic, but the cougar is also a powerful totem, very fierce, very strong. You don't really have competitors. You're a apex predator with the cougar. Okay. What else is going on here? Laughter and red flags. Interesting. Warning signs, take heed, risky situation, happiness, joy, healing. Okay, so maybe the red flag happened when you started to hear her laugh at things that she shouldn't have been laughing at. Like you said something that was really serious or vulnerable, and she was like laughing at it, and you were like, that's a red flag. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna pull from Sacred Heart Oracle. Or knock over the whole table. So we have the Witch's Initiation, Season of Wild Delights, the Wild Hunt. Oh, okay. Hag of Wildfire. Okay. Yeah, it was like, this is a distorted feminine energy coming through really strong. Like we had the pure feminine with the simplicity and the feminine card with, I'll just pull these back out. Like you literally hopped off your highest timeline, masculine, and these cards were warning you about it. You had counsel, you had somebody in your corner, and then you went in the direction of running away with this feminine who there was like a lot of like love bombing, push and pull, excitement. It felt fresh, it felt exciting. And then the Witch's Initiation, Season of Wild Delights, and the Hunt. It was like this this witch was actually hunting you. And you didn't realize until it was too late that you got screwed over in a way that she took from your abundance. She took from your maybe libido. She took from your pure masculine alchemizing energy and kind of used it for herself, because now everything's on fire. Hag of Wildfire. It's very demonic, chaotic. Yeah, because there was an energy exchange here. Let me throw these cards down. I want to get more into the specifics of this energy exchange. Tell me more. What happened here with the feminine? Heart over logic. Yeah, emotions override reason. You know the truth, but ignore it. Your heart keeps trying anyway. So it's like an old karmic loop, which is exactly what this eclipse is pointing out. Masculine is, you can't keep going on the same loops anymore. This is so with the Virgo Pisces eclipse final chapter, it is the closing out of distorted unions, and it's the solidifying of true unions. So if you're in a distorted situation with a toxic witch, demon, feminine, that has to go, and that will be made very clear in the next 2 days and come to a catalytic head. And conclusion. She said, what? A shocking comment spreads instantly. Reactions explode. Expect emotional aftershock. She said something about you that was so offensive and gross and demeaning that you had no choice but to realize that you had made a mistake. This is not a feminine that you want to spend the rest of your life with. This is not somebody you want to trust your bank account to. She's gonna like take it and leave. You know what I mean? Know your worth. Your value doesn't decrease with rejection. You bring something real. Confidence builds from within. So again, remembering who you are, masculine, because this feminine was really bad for you. Just somebody who was a complete phony, a trickster, a Jezebel spirit. Ooh, Holy Spirit, come through. We got a Jezebel spirit up in here. Okay. This is severe. I'm going to pull another Kali card. The dark, dark feminine. Just all of them want to come out now. Kalika Tantrika. Yep. She is stepping on you. Literally under her feet, you have met your match with this toxic, distorted feminine. You had no choice but to make like Elijah and run away into a cave somewhere because this Jezebel was after you, after your head. All about overpowering you. So interesting. Okay. Yeah, and then the beloved, and then lightning. We do have Thor's hammer coming in with this eclipse, and standstill. So it's like remembering who your true beloved is hit you like lightning, and now you have to stop. Stop the chase, stop the wilds, whatever you were doing. I want to say there was spell casting, that you were heavily spell casted, and now you've gotten hit with the remembrance of who your true beloved is, and it's making you go back onto your highest divine, loving, organic timeline. And so I'm going to pull from more tarot with that because I want to know like what this moment was with the beloved, like what happened. Oh, it's the Pisces moon. It finally is waking you up, masculine, to who your beloved is because you didn't know. Okay, crazy. It's crazy that it took all this chaos and nonsense and false karmic feminines to, yeah, multiple, I guess, to make you realize that this is not your person. We have 8 of Pentacles. She looks studious. More moon energy with that card. Building abundance. 2 of Wands, 5 of Wands. Okay, hang on. I got to slow down here. Okay, we have 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 5 of Wands, the Magician. So this feminine is somebody that your soul kingdom true love is somebody who's just minding her business, working on herself, working on her projects. We have 2 of Wands. So it was like you were between her and just whatever chaos the 5 of Wands here was. Okay, because it looked like there was magic involved. Somebody spellcasted you. Maybe you spellcasted yourself, but you're a powerful shaman. You are a divine masculine. And so just because you went the wrong direction, you can still choose again, is what these cards are telling me. In fact, it seems like you're being rerouted as I'm speaking, because here we have the Knight of Pentacles. So everything that was in the dark is coming to the light with the Knight of Pentacles. And you're either going to make like a big move, or you're going to create that needed change that you've been avoiding, masculine. Because it seems like with these 2 cards, it's clear that you have broken off the dark magic. You're tapping back into your magic, and you're taking advantage of all the magic that's happening with this Pisces eclipse. And you're realizing what spiritual practices, people, and even locations are outdated for you. Tell me more. Pulling from my, what is this? Sacred geometry. So we have sacred union. Because you need to be driven. You need to be with your beloved. Otherwise, if you're not with your beloved, that's what the lesson was with this whole journey that you've been on since probably what catalyzed with the solar eclipse. It's now coming to a conclusion with the lunar, and it will continue to play out from here on out. But it's clear that you got a revelation with the lightning card, with the beloved card, with the moon. You're feeling big feelings about it, masculine, and you know who you love. And you need to go to her because you can't waste any more time with whatever BS was going on before, because you need to protect and amplify and do what's best for your Ka, your vital life force energy, and the Himalayan passage. Yeah, because I feel like your true beloved, makes you feel like a mountain of a man. Like you're big and you're powerful and you are maybe even of royalty or somebody prestigious and important. With Himalayan passage, somebody who's overcome so much and is ready to settle down and just exist in his legacy and in his kingdom. I'm going to pull from some sexual tarot here. Spicy. So many cards. We got okay. Yeah. We got Death, Scorpio. So Queen of Cups again. I really feel like this is your beloved. Somebody who's like soft, feminine, emotional, just like rubbing your hair. So sweet. Four of Pentacles is awaiting. Yeah, these cards are what's sort of been unsatisfying for you. It feels like it's just doesn't quite do it. Like the sexual chemistry just isn't fully there. Like you've had a lot of this kind of rendezvous energy, but then you're waiting for more. You're waiting for something deeper. Seven of Pentacles and Death is like, this is the death of that relationship. We do have a Chiron situation happening. We have Chiron, we have Yod, the finger of God, we've got Thor, we've got a Mercury Cazimi with the sun, we have a square of Uranus with the eclipse. This is not an ordinary eclipse, and I think most astrologers say that about basically everything, but this time it's actually true. It's a really intense eclipse, so there is going to be like a death and rebirth here, and definitely the death of your old karmic union that is over with and done and just we need to call it a day on that. I think these all my cards. I'm going to pull from my Gabriel deck. See what else is going on here. Oh, helping children. Okay. Maybe you and your beloved are helping children. That's like a huge stretch from like the person I've been reading up until this point, but I feel like maybe that's part of your purpose. Maybe that's why this is coming through. Part of your life purpose. Whoa. Part of your life purpose involves teaching, guiding, and helping young people. Okay, so like a leader, a shaman, a teacher, maybe an elder if you're old. Share your art with the world. It's time to allow others to enjoy your creative work. So maybe you're an artist, masculine. Maybe your beloved's an artist. Art and children is just very pure and beautiful. Feels very sweet and fulfilling. Okay. And then we have stay true to yourself. Yeah, because there's something about the way that you've been betraying yourself, masculine, that's just not going to fly anymore. After are we in August? Oh my God, we're in August. After August 28th, your life will be radically different. And that it will be who you truly are will be reflected in your life. and you're not going to be in this machismo false masculine energy anymore. And media, you can reach more people by working with video, audio, print, online, and inspiration. So you're finding inspiration online right now. I don't know if you'll be online, but that's a key component. Pisces is very much the metaverse energy because it's the ocean of information that floods us through our technologies that is going to bring you subconscious messages that will help guide you in the direction of what you're supposed to be doing, masculine. So pay attention to signs on your phone or on billboards or on TV. Look for keywords and things that really just like light you up and activate you. I just feel like you're going to know when it's for you. Okay. I have to wrap up because I have to take a poo. So that's what happens when I drink coffee right before starting a reading. Oh my God. Upper world. You have angels, you have guides, you have God himself guiding you in the right direction. At no point in this reading did your angels, guides, or divine feminine give up on you, which should be very promising. You just need to start being who you truly were meant to be, your divine blueprint. And then all of the upper world will move heaven and earth for you. So it's quite easy, masculine, for you to go in the direction that you're supposed to be going, because you're very magical, you're very powerful, and you have a lot of support. Okay. I'm going to pull one more sacred geometry card. Golden spiral. Ooh, the perfect ratio. Yeah, Fibonacci energy. We've got I want to say frequency healing with this card. So there's a kind of song or sound maybe coming through that has activating codes for you, like angelic song. Okay, interesting. These are a lot of cards. We have the circle, so oneness. So we have the perfect ratio of oneness, fellowship. Perfect ratio of oneness and fellowship. The unspoken language of light. And then we have the Mayan dream, which is cosmic connectedness, I think. Dancing through eternity. Yeah, eternal union. Your eternal beloved. My right ear was ringing with that. Octagon. Octagon is the divine feminine. Okay, so you need to be with your divine feminine because there's like a code or a key message here that even I don't fully understand, that I think you'll understand, divine masculine, which is about the perfect ratio of a oneness connected to fellowship and the unspoken language of light, perhaps through one's dreams or the Mayan calendar or cosmic consciousness. But either way, it's an eternal energy, an eternal union with your divine feminine. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much for watching. I have to go. That wasn't me, that was the chair. Okay, mine.